Brian Emmer. I'm the Vice President of Sales here for the Healthcare Division at Lakeside Manufacturing. Today I'm going to give you a little bit of a demonstration on our fine case cart line of products. And we're going to start from the outside working. The most important part of our case cart program is our casters. And one of the things that we want to talk about is the difference in the casters that we put on our case carts. These casters here are tested to the specifications at Foothills Hospital. And what we've done with these casters is they're temperature rated, they're load rated, and they're all stainless steel caster with stainless steel bearings in both in the raceway and in the axle. The casters with the red tabs are our directional braking casters. And as you can see on the caster base here, there are two tabs. The front end tab, when it says on, O-N, that allows you to lock the caster in place. This position here, again, on, locks the caster in place. Top button then releases the brake. So you've got free motion, free fluid access to the caster. Stops the motion of the wheel. So to disaccentuate or disengage the braking caster, all you do, second tab on top, click with your toe up. And these also can be actuated with your hands, but I don't know why you would want to do that. But if you do need to, braking casters can be put easily on with your fingers and then disengage the same way. Now on the opposite side of the cart, what's very important, because your carts are being towed or hitched up with a receiver tube on both ends of the cart. These are our directional casters. And when you're putting your carts in a towing fashion or in connection with two or more carts, you want to have at least two of the wheels on your cart set up in a single direction or parallel. Now to set your cart up for this, the easiest way to get access, as you can see, is if you're moving the cart around like this, you don't have very good access to the bottoms or to the actuating button on the caster. So it's easy when you set up, move your caster forward so you've got a relatively perpendicular position from the face of the cart to the extension of the caster. The button says on, click the button, and you'll hear a click. Again, do the same thing, and then just give your cart a little nudge like this to make sure that the wheels, again, are locked into place. As you can see, the cart cannot move in either direction now that you've got both casters set up in a locked position. To disengage the locking caster, or the directional caster as we call it, again, you hit the top button or flip up the on button. Top button or flip up the on button like that. And you can see now your casters are free flowing. The second part of our case cart tour is to talk about the doors. The doors are all stainless steel, double walled, and when taking a look at your case cart doors, there are a number of features that you need to be made aware of. At the facility at Foothills, you have got tamper-proof tabs or little eyelets here right above both doors that are used in a fashion that allows you to put a plastic safety tab onto the door for security purposes. Our door latch system is our South Code door latch. It's all stainless steel components. Get access to your case cart. You open up the right-hand door with your latch, and then what we have here is a barrel latch, a spring-loaded barrel latch. It's got a little loop on the bottom here. To open that door, you just bring down the spring-loaded pin, and you can open your door up easily like that. As you open the door up, because your cart needs to be in an open position for loading and or cart washing, we have a heavy-duty reinforced door latch on the side that allows your cart to stay closed while in transport, while through cart washing, and while loading. And again, it's very easy to use. It's just a single pin style, and in most cases you'll find that you could just bring the door right up to the latch, and the latch will automatically latch itself into the housing that's featured on top of the door here. The doors can be easily removed. There's a 2-hinge system. You want to pull the door to 90 degrees. Place your left hand on top, your right hand on the bottom, and lift the doors up. As you can see, it's just a double pin door hinge system. Replacing it, it's somewhat easy to put the lower one in to the top and down. Closing again. Need to actuate your pin. Close the left-hand door and shut close your door latch system on the right. Okay. All your carts up here at Foothills are all stainless steel. The shelves are all stainless steel perfed. And removing the shelves, obviously these are very large carts, removing these shelves can be done with one person. However, I would suggest having your partner or somebody else remove the shelf in the case or the event that you need to readjust the space between shelves depending on what you're loading into the carts for the particular surgical procedure the following day. All of the shelves, when they're loaded into the cart, have a safety tab that prevents the shelves from coming out during transport or movement into the cart washer. That little safety tab is right here, located here, and located here. To remove your shelves, essentially, you take the safety tab, you click it over to the right, and I'll show you how the shelves easily move in and out. In and out. I'm going to pull this one out and remove it. In order to remove the shelf completely, you've got 2 safety tabs right here in the shelf guide. And to pull the shelf completely out, you just need to actuate the safety guide and see that your shelf will come to a position of stop. To remove the shelves, again, you take both sides and it just slides out after you've had your safety tabs completely pulled out. To adjust the shelf height, the bars are set at 1-inch hole increments along the position bars along both sides of the cart. To remove the bar, you lift up and out. As you can see, there's 2 tabs here, 2 tabs here. It's always a good measure to count out how many inches you want up from the lower shelf. So from the lower shelf, if you want to go 10 inches of space between the top and bottom, you count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And at the lower end of that shelf, it'll be 10 inches, approximately 10 inches from the guide. Now to replace the guide, essentially the best way to do this is to take your back 2 tabs, slip them in and push them back, go to the top hole on this side and drop down. As you can see, we've done it here. We're ready to put the shelf back in after we have repositioned our guide bars for the shelves. Again, remember to put your outside shelf catch to the outside on both sides. Lift your shelf up and keep it level. And as you can see on both sides, there is a groove up on the top part of the shelf. Right here and on the other side. You can see that there is a bearing wheel here. You go to the bearing wheel and you find that spot where both wheels go through the gap there. And just slide your shelf on. It'll automatically cut past your guide hold and in. Pull back out to make sure we've got a catch. And your shelf is completely loaded then. Okay, one of the things, once your cart is loaded and you're moving your cart down the hallway, the most important thing for you to do is to remember to always put your directional casters on. And again, as you remember before, we lock our directional casters by putting down the latch, giving it a slight jog to make sure that they're the directional latch is kept into place, and then you move back to the opposite side of the cart where your movement occurs. So you're going to be pushing your cart down this, down the straight part of the hallway, and then you have all of the access here on the back side of the cart. When you're working with carts this size, one of the most important things to do and to remember is to not try and move the cart by trying to pull it this way and that way, or twist it and pull it. There's a lot easier way to do that, and I'm going to show you shortly. To get this cart in a small space or up against the wall, this is the correct way to move your cart. Make sure that you got a good position, your feet are wide, your shoulders are spaced. You take one end and move your cart in to this point here. Come to the other handle and pull this one in like this. And that allows you to move a cart in rather than trying to twist or pull or push or do the jockeying back and forth to get that cart into a best position. This cart is going to be one of the new carts that you'll be seeing up there at Foothills. And one of the biggest features that we have incorporated into this cart is the new Alberta Gravity Latch. This latch was designed here at Lakeside specifically for the purposes that you required up there at Foothills Medical Center. I want to show you just some of the quick features of the Gravity Latch and how easy it is to use. It virtually eliminates any springs, any latch mechanisms that might fail in the longevity and the cart washing process. What we've done here now is just a single latch. As you can see, all clean on the inside, no springs, no nothing. Close the cart, you just easily press it closed. Now one thing I want to tell you is you can't slam these doors. You may think you could. This is what's going to happen when you slam the door. So take your time. It's an expensive piece of equipment. Just easily close the door here. When you open the door, we have the same latch mechanism on the outside. Same thing applies. Don't slam your door. Just press it closed, and your door will latch itself against the sidewall. To lift the door up and remove it, just lift the latch back up, close it, let the bar strike the plate, and close your latch.